Hello, my soapy friends, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Lissa, also known as the Soap Chef on this channel, where we make all things with a rather good lather. I've been a maker in this industry for over 2 decades. We are a 3D bath bomb mold supplier, and my favorite products to make, of course, are bath bombs. But that's enough about me. Let's get right into the video. So I thought that I would get back to doing some face-to-face conversations with you guys. It's been a really long time since I've done that. I used to do it all the time, and then I got away from it for a little bit for various different reasons. But we're back. Here I am, and here you guys are. So it's nice to see everybody. Thank you for joining the channel and for coming today and spending some time with me. In today's episode, we're going to be over at Creation Station. We're going to be doing some body sprays. We're going to be doing body sprays with a base that I just purchased from Essentials by Catalina. And the reason why I chose that is because I was watching another creator who swears by this base. She's done lots and lots and lots of body sprays and perfumes and so on using this base, and it always turns out clear. It's really costly, which is what has held me back from getting it. But I've been down a rabbit hole lately and doing a lot of research and experimenting. I've put some things actually up on forums in the Facebook groups and such with the polysorbates, the different amounts of the 20 and the 80 to make things clear and whatnot. By the way, you absolutely can use polysorbate 80 in your body sprays or your room sprays. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. Yes, you can. Talk to your manufacturers of these products. Yes, you can, but that's a whole nother situation. So anyways, this other creator swears by this. I already did an experiment with just one small bottle. No spoilers, you have to wait and see. So let's get over there and make some body sprays. Hey guys, we are over here at Creation Station, and this is going to go super, super quick today because I am going to be using a base. This base. I'm using this because I was watching another maker, as I said in my intro, who has been using this with extremely good results. There are a lot of body spray bases out there. I actually have a list. I will put those down below in case you guys wanted to check out any of those. But I already did one experiment with this, and we're going to go ahead and do it here on camera so you guys can see what the brouhaha is all about. The ingredients on here are SD alcohol 40B, which is actually perfumer's alcohol, deionized water, which is your distilled water, butylene glycol, and glycerin. So now when we're talking about the SD alcohol, that is an ethanol with a special denaturing additive, and it's used in a lot of different personal care products. It functions as an anti-foaming agent, it's an astringent, it's a solvent, which is the purpose, what we want it for today. And it's a viscosity decreasing agent. So it's also quick drying on your skin, which is why we're also going to be using this as our body spray base. We don't want to spray something on there and then have our skin be all wet. When it comes to the butylene glycol, which is added in this base, that is a solvent which enhances a product's stability, texture, and absorption. So it also has some really good softening and moisturizing properties, and it's often used in place of propylene glycol because it's less irritating on the skin. So I'm going to make one 4-ounce bottle just for the camera's sake, because like I said, I've already done my experiment and I did roughly about 5 different bottles with 5 different fragrance oils just to see how the solubility really is. Does it go clear or doesn't it? Because a lot of people, like I said, use a lot of different bases, but this particular maker absolutely loves this and has been promoting this pretty heavy on her channel. So I thought, let me give it a whirl. So we're going to do that today. This is going to be very, very quick. It's basically just your base and your fragrance oil. We're going to stir it to see if it goes clear or not. Not that I disbelieve, because I saw this other maker make many, many body sprays, and it absolutely does go clear for her with the fragrances that she used. So I'm going to use this as our pouring vessel. I'm not putting this in, but let's just measure out enough of the base. It's 95% base to 5% fragrance oil. So I know how much I need to equal a 4-ounce bottle of this. So we're just going to pour until I get to that amount. So yeah, the ingredients are pretty simple. And once we're done with this little experiment, I'll tell you where you can get the SD alcohol 40B, otherwise known as perfumer's alcohol. So today I'm going to be using Cantaloupe and Lily, which is a really, really nice, refreshing, summery, fruity, bright, just cheerful fragrance oil. I absolutely adore this in a body spray. So we're going to go ahead, I can't speak today, and add the remainder to get this up to 4 ounces. And that will be our 5%. And there we go. At that point, we could just stick that right down in there, because then we're going to start stirring. All right, so you can see all the fragrance oil is sitting down on the bottom, all those oil beads, but let's stir and see what happens. If we give it just a little bit of a stir, everything becomes real cloudy, but let's keep stirring and see what, if anything, happens. So I don't know if you can see, but it's already starting to get clear, but that's not good enough. Let's keep going and see if it continues. And look at that. Looks pretty clear to me. We're going to keep stirring just for a couple more seconds, just to make sure. You know, I usually have that 2-minute rule, and usually I will set a timer off to the side for 2 full minutes so that I make sure, just so that all the molecules can blend together, start working well together, combine, doing all of that jazz. But so far, I'm really impressed by this base. There is no smell that I can discern to the base, ever so slightly, maybe, ever so slightly. But you're not going to get the full effect of the body spray and what it actually smells like until you let this sit for a few days. Let everything marry together well. And just like that, you guys. That is completely clear. There is no cloudiness whatsoever, which makes me happy, happy, happy. Let's go ahead and put this into our jar. I'm going to have a little bit left over, and I will use that as a tester. And look at that. Completely clear, no cloudiness whatsoever, which is fantastic. I love that. Let's go ahead and put the rest of it in here. We'll use this little bottle as our tester. Clear, perfectly clear. Let's see how long that takes to kind of dissipate, or if I'm going to stay like wet. I can already see with my eyes that it is, you know, absorbing into the skin, and because it's got that glycerin in here, it's going to be very moisturizing. It's not going to be dry. So that's completely dry. It smells fantastic. That's a good amount. You don't need more, and I don't think that that base can hold more according to the instructions on the website. Now, again, like I told you guys, I already did a sample yesterday, like I was experimenting yesterday with several fragrances. And these all came out crystal clear. Beautiful. However, there was one fragrance, and this is just like anything, you guys. You know with soaping that every fragrance is not going to act the same. You're going to have some that are going to rise, some are going to accelerate, some are going to decelerate your batch, some are going to seize up on you. You're going to have soap on a stick. Every fragrance oil is different, and this is going to be no different if you're working with body spray or room spray bases. Some of these may not solubilize quite like you want them to. Like I just showed you guys those 4, plus this one that we just did on camera, completely clear, lovely. This one looks clear, doesn't it? Look closer. Do you see something on the bottom there? Yeah, that's a whole bunch of oil beads on the bottom. And then when you try to stir this, to try to get those in, and let me tell you, I stirred for 20 minutes straight yesterday. 20 minutes. I stirred again this morning. I stirred throughout the day. It is now 2:30 on the East Coast on Thursday afternoon. And no matter how long I stirred this particular fragrance, and I'll tell you which one it is, it will not turn completely clear. And so this is one that I will not use to sell as a body spray, because they're just going to be having oil beads sitting on the bottom of the container. So as you can see, it's a very cloudy. It will not go clear. It just stays cloudy. This is the Bath & Body Works dupe of 1,000 Wishes. It will not go clear no matter what, which is, you know what I mean? It's experimenting, you guys. So just know that not every single fragrance is going to become crystal clear with any base. This is a great base. I love it. I'm very happy that I purchased this. I'm very happy that that other maker recommended it. And so I am going to go with this one. I've been down a rabbit hole, oh gosh, for a couple of weeks now, doing all different kinds of experimenting. You guys know I love to do that and researching and stuff with body spray bases and polysorbate 20 and polysorbate 80, witch hazel, water, rubbing alcohol, what have you, just all of the things. And I've decided that none of that is worth my time. That's just the bottom line. It's not. It's too extensive as far as my time is concerned, and mixing everything and hoping for the best, and some work and some don't, and sometimes it's too thick and sometimes it's not, and it's just a mess. I would rather just go ahead and spend the money, get a base that I know that works now because I've tried it out for myself. It's one thing to watch somebody else doing it and everything works out for them, and I can't tell you how many people I have watched making different body spray bases out of rubbing alcohol and water or witch hazel, and the particular fragrance that they use worked perfectly, crystal clear, beautiful, no problems whatsoever. But then you try to do it, it doesn't work at all. So it's been quite the journey, let me tell you. So I'd rather just go ahead and spend the $45 for the gallon of this. It was pretty expensive to get here. I want to say it was $72 to get this here with the shipping and everything. But if it produces something like this, something that's consistent and reliable and stable that you can depend upon, it's kind of worth it in the end, right? So I won't be using 1,000 Wishes as a body spray. I do have that in a lotion and it's beautiful. But I will not be using that in a body spray. So now let me tell you where you can purchase regular SD alcohol 40B. You can purchase that from LIABILITY.com or Amazon. Now, as far as getting it, as it's named perfumers alcohol, you can get that at Voyager Soap and Candle, yellowbee.ca, which is also in Canada, sapphireblue.ca, which is in Canada, Scented Expressions, and Serenity Universe. If you guys ever wanted to make your own or try experimenting, which is also what I'm going to do just because I just love doing that kind of stuff. I love to formulate. Take the SD alcohol 40B, your distilled water, you can get some butylene glycol, and you can get that from Making Cosmetics, Lotion Crafter, Formulator Sample Shop, Amazon, Makesy, and I think The Formulator Shop. So there's Formulator Sample Shop and the Formulator Shop, either one of those things. So get yourself some of that. And we all know where to get our glycerin. We should all have glycerin if we're making lotions, creams, etc. So start playing around. Those are the only 4 ingredients in here. That's it. SD alcohol 40B, deionized water, butylene glycol, and glycerin. Start playing around. Make your own. Do some testing, experimenting, formulating. It's fun, you guys. Try it out. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to keep going. Oh, no, I'm sorry. One more thing. Also, if you guys wanted to buy a perfumer's alcohol bottle, which is not this is not, you could use this, but a perfumer's alcohol bottle has the nozzle that comes way down to about here. So it's really long. This whole tip is going to be extended to almost to about here on the bottle. And that, you know, is going to be really, really precise for you when you are making and experimenting and formulating and doing all your testing, a drop or 2, a ½ ounce, 1 ounce, whatever it is. It's going to make it so much easier to add that perfumer's alcohol using one of these. I'm not going to buy one of those other bottles because I have a bunch of these and this works perfectly fine. But if you wanted to, you could get those at thefragrancefoundry.com. Now that's it. Hope you enjoyed today's really quick video, you guys. Summer is here. Let's all smell good. Spritz ourselves silly, okay? It's been nice hanging out with you, and until we meet again, be kind and stay humble. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.